Oh, no, click no. Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and or its affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits. Some of this content may be adult in nature, so use discretion while watching with your kids. Go ahead and merge it over. Oh.
That stop?
Yeah, that stopped. There we go.
On the cross, you died for me, shed your blood for me.
Good morning. Coming to you live from Acts Media Group headquarters here in beautiful Springfield, Missouri. It's the Morning Drive. Matt and Jay with your hosts, Matt and Jay. We got Steve O'Mickey Mac on the deck with us today.
My heart to you. I am
Is social media social?
You have closed the door.
Personal versus social media. There you go. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
My name is Steve.
Glad to have everybody on board with us today. So, today's topic is what? Oh, in-person versus social media. Sorry about that. We're professionals here, folks.
Sure.
So everybody tell us how we sound, if we're loud enough. I think I hope we are. If we're not, then we'll need to adjust the
Oh yeah, did you check the Roland adjustments and make sure those two are up?
awesome.
They're good.
Awesome. So,
There you go. That's good. Yep.
yeah, look at that. I love that he can show us that while we're sitting here. Let me find the scripture of the day is what kind of stemmed this, and it's Isaiah 12:4. And in that day you will say, "Praise the Lord, call upon his name, declare his deeds among the peoples, make mention that his name is exalted." And what started this conversation was among the people. Is social media considered among the people if you're on social media? Then we started talking about how personal and impersonal social media is really. So, and we were talking about, it looked like, let me pull this up and like and share these videos. We have a winner, by the way. Let me go ahead and mention that. Today's winner for last week's drawing is Sue Smith Fabrizio. She's a listener from Texas. She was the one that made the cut for the $100 this week.
Texas, man, that's great.
Texas.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
I think, I don't know. In person versus social media. So, yeah, I'm all over the place today. It happens. We got Johnny Rooster behind the scenes over there. Looks like he's got a really hardcore look of concentration on his face.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Consternation, constipation.
Oh no, let's not go that far.
Yeah, I know. It's a pretty crappy topic.
Congregation.
So be sure you like and share these videos and like and follow on our pages, on our platforms, and you will be entered into a drawing to potentially win $100 each week.
Good morning,
Speaking
Susan.
of tomato plants, Jackie, not only is a tomato a vegetable, now
And
it is a meat.
Tomato jerky for those.
Tomato jerky.
we gotta try. We're gonna try that.
Our buddy Steve brought this in. I don't know if he was trying to be funny.
It's
or
an on-
generous.
I saw that in the store and I'm like, hey, this is interesting. I've never seen it.
It's an ongoing debate.
So it is
among
not
us.
a fruit, but it is a vegetable and now also
A meat.
a meat.
So
Morning,
see,
Susan Burrows. Larry Milton. If Larry Milton says
trying.
it sounds good to him,
Yeah.
acid.
Ooh, smell. I can smell. It's a potent smell.
Relieve.
All right, here you go, Steve.
Well, you know what?
can you
Since I
turn number
brought it
two's
in, I might as
headphones
well
up just a
try it.
smidge? Yeah, just my headphones.
I might as well try it since I brought it in.
So yeah, that's good. That's good. Just enough. Tomato jerky. Not to be
Alright.
jerky about it.
Now the first taste of it was
Hey, you forgetting about me over here?
I'm trying
Oh.
to
I
ziplock
thought
it
you were forgetting about me.
so when I toss it, it doesn't spill.
Oh, you're gonna throw it at me. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That was very dainty, the way you did that.
It's like throwing snowballs.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, I could
Picking
probably
them
stand
up.
up. You don't want to get fruit all over the place. I love these sun-dried fruits.
Well, it's considered the other meat.
Can you make jerky out of vegetables?
Apparently,
Did you just say they were a vegetable by saying apparently?
apparently you can. It's a vegetable. It's a fruit. It's like, you know, in the scripture it says, I am all things to all men," or something to that extent. My brain. Yeah. So, how is it?
I would not eat that on purpose.
That would be if you're dying in the desert and you've got to do something.
It's interesting. I will say that it's interesting.
That doesn't mean it's good. It means it's interesting.
I would not go to the grocery store, see that, and say, "Oh, I had those before. Let's get some more."
Were there some ingredients that you didn't understand in the back?
Tomato.
Did it say anything else?
You know what it tastes like?
We don't understand tomato. Well, where are we going to go from there? Main ingredient, tomato. We don't understand that.
Meat, fruit, vegetable,
We have to ask.
seed. Is it a seed or is it a nut?
We have to
here
probably
we
ask-
go. Yeah, let's
We
get.
probably
that
have to
into
ask a certain.
This is
Name-
actually good. I mean, I wouldn't go to the store specifically to get these, but I like them.
Will you start looking for them now?
I'll probably, if I'm feeling in a fruity mood, yeah. If I'm in the mood for some dried fruit.
Well, don't be so meaty about it.
Meathead.
They're actually, I mean, I probably should have brought some toothpicks because those,
Really stick in the craw.
yeah.
Yeah, they do. And you know,
Johnny,
we'd have to ask a certain.
Did you try it?
You gonna make me try that?
Hey, you've had us try some stuff.
I just said you- I
Hey,
just
Johnny.
said you suck on
Johnny, it's delicious.
You're just, didn't it say delicious?
Teriyaki and cracked pepper.
Mm.
Yes, and it's definitely cracked pepper.
Teriyaki and crack
does
rock.
not mean tomato to me.
It's actually not that bad. Not that bad.
There's nothing redeeming about that.
I was just gonna say the look on your face tells me a whole lot.
I would never eat that on purpose.
No.
Not
Me-
again. Not
me-
again.
I just brought it in because I wanted to be really funny, but at the same time, just to see what you guys
No,
thought.
You know what? It's
Being
like,
meaty.
Yeah, that's a no.
it's
for
like
me.
an overcooked, over dried prune or something.
keep going.
It
Yeah,
does.
It really does.
It's like a party in your mouth and everybody's drunk and passed out.
Good part. It's just-
That's a good way of putting it.
It's an evolving taste, which I always appreciate, though. Its initial flavor, I was going to spit it out actually, but then you get some of the flesh of the
Russell
tomato.
Hall.
Then some of the flesh of the tomato comes in, and that's not bad.
And then some of it.
And then it's
Fruity tomato leather.
Bite 'em off of there.
It's the other red meat, Mickey Mac. That's what Jackie says.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Jackie.
That's really good.
I don't think that's never been said.
Thank you,
before.
Jackie. See,
Re- Is it Russell? Russell
Back-
Hall?
Tomato
Huh?
I think it's
leather.
Russell Hall. Is that how you say that? Said, what did I just come into? Laugh out loud.
if you only knew Marcel, I'll explain that later.
You need to send her, give her those.
Mm.
turkeys. She needs to win.
I actually don't mind the flavor. It's actually kind of
Actually,
good.
I could taste the tomato and the cracked pepper. That's all I can taste.
She's found his new favorite snack right there.
The
You know, that's-
teriyaki never came in for me.
It's a healthy
cracked
fruit
pepper is
snack.
what I tasted.
Teriyaki is
Yeah.
meaningless with that.
I love healthy fruit snacks.
It's super.
Boy,
bitter.
you're really getting fruity with this.
All about it.
You know what that tastes like to me? You know what that tastes like? The aftertaste, that it's obviously a lasting flavor that sticks around in your sinuses and stuff.
On this side of the screen is the tomato jerky free people.
Mm.
Over there is the tomato jerky people. Person.
I'm trying not to be
You
a
notice
jerky
how
about
he
it.
said person, not persons.
A very minor
Mm.
minority group.
It's the other red meat.
That was classic. That's perfect.
That is. That should go in the archives.
See,
It's the
Jack-
other red meat.
Yeah. See, Jackie and
Bumper stickers.
You want to do a compilation video? There it is, right there.
you know,
And yeah, well, with the tomato debate.
Jackie and Becky knew about this, by the way, didn't you guys?
Tomato jerkies from Matt's fingers, but if we could, Jackie Melton deserves those.
Because you can screenshot that comment too. Imagine you could add that to a video as a compilation.
Yeah.
By the way, Jackie and Becky knew about it yesterday because I said, wait till you see tomorrow morning. They're like, what? And I told them,
You told me too yesterday.
oh yeah, I did, didn't
Yeah.
I?
Yeah.
Here we
At
go,
Choice.
commercial.
Time for commercial. It's not loud on the other.
Loud and painful to you.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, I always, sometimes you got to really flush your eardrums out, and blood does
Queen
that very
City
well.
It can
Insane
bleed.
Asylum. What is that?
Yeah, that's a semi-pro football team right in Springfield.
Really?
Oh,
it
I
sounded
thought
like
it
a
was an
band. I
actual
thought it was a
insane
band.
asylum. I was like-
H2O's owner Caleb Scott owns the Queen
That's
City.
That's crazy.
Oh,
That's
it sounds like
insane.
a band name or something.
That's the name of their team.
Yeah, you're still picking that out of your teeth, aren't you?
I sure am.
Their team color is the
I am.
Their team color is the color of a dried tomato.
That's awesome.
Coincidence?
I
I
think
think not.
I think we should do a communion, but instead of the wafer, use the tomato. I wouldn't desecrate the Holy
I
Supper
would eat
like that.
But I'm a vegetarian and that's meat.
Actually, this says bold flavor vegan.
Oh, vegan doesn't say fruitarian. It's vegan, so that's a vegetable. Good job.
Vegan just means that they don't eat
Beef
any
starts
meat
with
whatsoever.
Vegan is vegetable.
Any animal byproducts.
VEG, vegan, vegetable, VEG. I think
But they'll eat fruit. Vegans eat fruit.
they should call them a fruitarian, not a vegan.
Now, those are probably made with beefsteak tomatoes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, something like that.
Have you had a beefsteak tomato?
Beefsteak is meat.
A beefsteak tomato.
Yes, and I'd say that steak means it's meat.
And some people will have that instead of a steak. Vegans will have those because they're really big and they're really
Throw it on
thick.
the
And
grill.
See what happens when you throw it on the
if you want to put your fire out, slice up a tomato and throw it on the grill. Dude,
Today is
I made a
grill.
tri-tip brisket this last weekend that
Let me
would. I mean, it's amazing. Not to toot my own horn.
Let
here.
me put it this way: you need a lot of water after having some of this.
Well, you could actually throw this into.
Am I right, Jay?
Yeah.
I had some ribeyes on the grill yesterday for 4th of July, and I was thinking, why wasn't this a tomato? It would have been so much.
I need to email myself pictures of this because it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Did you eat some more of that yesterday?
No, I just
Could you
ate way
imagine?
with you.
Could you imagine that on pizza?
What this? This is on pizza
Make it look
in
like
its liquid form.
Yeah, something like like pepperoni.
Now, here's a question that I'm pretty sure a lot of people are debating over, and have for millennia:
for millennia.
pineapple on pizza.
Ooh.
I love it.
I like it too.
I love. I hated it when I was younger,
No,
but
thank
now that I'm an old man, I like weird stuff like that.
you. No.
Are you tooting?
Yeah, am I tooting?
The only thing I
Dennis-
don't like
Dennis-
about it.
Dennis is like, are you? Matt's tooting.
Oh, when I said not to toot my own horn, I'm mad as tooting. Now, if I was tooting, I'd be sitting here by myself, Dennis.
Yes, I'm sure you would. With all that tomato in them.
That's, it's actually not bad. If it wasn't for it gluing itself to the inside of my molars, I would
Jeffrey
like it.
Hastings Haber's birthday today.
Yes, it is. Jeffrey with a G's
Jeff with
birthday.
the G's birthday.
Good morning,
Yes,
Jeff.
it is.
Happy
I wished him
birthday.
happy birthday already.
I wonder how old he is.
He doesn't look it.
He's older than those tomatoes, I bet.
Probably. I don't know. I'm gonna eat another
Oh,
one.
I don't know about that.
Here's the thinner one. Got a lot of pepper on it.
A lot of cracked pepper. Be careful. We might be having to use the restroom soon.
You know, it actually tastes like tomato soup.
Actually, it tastes like tomato soup with cracked
You could
pepper.
you could probably make
Should say tomato every show from now on.
yeah, you could probably put these in a coffee cup with water and make tomato soup out of it.
Hey, we could be part. You could put that on part of the sandwich. For the sandwich making contest. See what happens.
I think for the sandwich, I think I might be making a
it could be part of a
like
BLT.
a brisket sandwich.
You can make a BLT out of it.
Yeah, you could if you wanted to chew on
Bacon,
that
lettuce,
one
and
aspect for
tomato.
like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, back on topic.
Hmm.
In person versus social media. What do you all prefer? Jay, you prefer in person, I'm sure.
I don't know that I prefer it, but I think that it's not definitely to me it just seems like it is not the same.
Like you remember,
I don't think that social media is an in-person experience. Maybe the video chats.
well, like I was talking about earlier while we were standing outside, people have a separate life that they portray on social media
Mhm.
That's true.
because nobody can really back it up unless they
Yeah.
are hanging out with them personally.
And that's really one of the things is in person. Usually the social media does not portray the person the same
Right.
way they do in person. And it's actually quite different.
Yeah, they're very they're Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in a lot of spaces, and people are putting out way too much personal information.
Well, yeah. And
You're
even
right.
if they're being truthful about themselves, they're still cherry picking. They're
Yeah.
picking the positive things they want to reveal to be seen in the best possible light.
Yep.
Which we know, in fact, that's not true.
Yeah, they're pushing a narrative.
Yeah, most people have a
You know.
dark side, and they have.
Yeah.
their-
Yeah, and I agree with that. That's I stay off of social media for the most part, except for when we're doing this. But you can tell a lot of people people that do what I call vague booking. They'll just post like a one line, like "That's it, I give up," and then post it.
Where's that wireless mic?
Yeah, I don't.
That wireless mic is broke.
when
Yeah, it
they
does
do
not work.
that,
That's right.
what are they portraying when they say something like that? Are they just like mad at themselves, or
They're
they let-
baiting people to ask if they're okay,
to start a
Mm-hmm.
con, yeah.
and so in a
To
way,
inquire.
I guess they're trying to see how many people care about them,
and then
or
they
they're
start,
just trying to make people feel. I don't know.
then they start getting all kinds of posts like, "What's wrong? Can I call me? Talk to me?"
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the kind of answers you get.
Dennis Everson says no pineapple on pizza. It's wrong. It is not wrong.
It is not wrong. It's good.
Too
it's-
much pineapple on a pizza. That's bad.
Right.
But like the classic Hawaiian pizza,
Mhm.
pineapple and ham.
Yes.
Or if you go to Hawaii, I'm pretty sure it's pineapple and spam.
that's wrong. No,
Spam-
that's wrong.
Oh, that sounds good to me too. I would dice up spam and cook it
Spam
until
and pineapple.
until it crisps up. On pizza.
What do we got on deck, Johnny?
Nami.
Because we do have a commercial coming up.
Nami. Lots of pineapple, Russell Hall.
Did you say what? What about your mommy?
I can go there now.
Go for it.
People that have mental illness are not weak. They're the strongest people I know because we've had to endure so much.
True.
Yeah, we're all kind of crazy here too.
We can be.
Because we've been having a debate, an ongoing debate for the last week and a half about tomato, whether it's a a fruit or a vegetable.
Yeah.
I think it's a vegetable
Ah.
or a fruitable.
Hmm.
It's one thing in all,
And it's the other red meat.
and it's the other red meat. That's going to go down in history as one of the best comments.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that was fantastic, really.
Yeah.
Get over it. I'm telling.
Jackie, you're awesome.
Very
So-
clever, young lady.
Yeah, her and her husband are both kooky like that, and we love it. Speaking of which, oh yeah, we haven't heard much from your husband there, Jackie.
Yeah, what's up with that?
He's like, "Good morning," and sounds good to me, and then like just disappeared off the face of the earth. What's up? Is he sitting right next to you watching this?
Pray for him to have healing.
Yeah, pray for Barney,
Otherwise, he's suffering.
our roommate too. His
Barney
back
too,
is
yeah.
hurting him so bad.
He looked like he was in pain
Can
yesterday.
hardly walk.
He was, yeah.
That's
last
what
night
I
it was
thought.
worse.
He didn't look.
It's either his back or his kidneys.
Yeah, that's
Just
what it looked
one
like.
kidney. So we're praying for him. I know that. Yeah, he wasn't feeling very well yesterday.
Yeah,
like as far as
I
his
could
back
tell.
hurting. Like, but he still played.
Mm-hmm.
Still played like a trooper. He had to sit at one of
sounded
the
good.
chairs in my office. He doesn't get on social media a lot either. Do you post? I don't post a lot. I hardly
didn't
post
hear
anything.
the keys on the Facebook video. I didn't hear the keys.
Yeah,
I heard everything else though. Well, and the bass, the keys and the bass, I couldn't hear very well.
yeah.
But listening on a phone, a lot of times you won't hear the bass. They don't go down that low.
It's getting better though.
Yes,
I just got to figure out how to go broadcast it to our website.
And I
at
did
the
do a
same
lot
time.
of EQing yesterday and Saturday.
You could tell it was really good in the
Yeah.
in ear. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So I meant to tell you that because it's it was an ongoing thing for a while, fighting it. Is anybody else's allergies messing up on them these
Little
last
bit.
few days? Can you hear it? Can you hear the stuffed up head?
Mm-hmm.
Sinuses. It always happens after it rains, probably also because of the smoke. Happy 4th of July, by the way,
Yes.
Independence Day. It sounded like a war zone in Springfield last night. Everywhere you went.
Mm-hmm.
Even at midnight, whenever I was coming home for work, it was.
I'm
it was
really
pretty
glad
bad.
that they stopped because they're really cracking down on the noise ordinance. And
There was I don't remember it being that much that
I
many
don't
last year.
remember that much either. Last year was pretty heavy, but this year,
This will probably go down in history as one of the most fired works.
fireworks. Yeah, you're right.
I
wonder how many-
I liked it. I really enjoyed it.
I did.
It,
yeah,
it was fun.
it is.
Our complex had fireworks last night, and it was awesome.
I mean, I wouldn't enjoy it every day, but for what it is, the celebration of freedom
Mm.
and liberty.
I think there was a lot more, like I said, the Branson Landing. I mean, I think they broke the record for the most attended fireworks display since the landing opened because there was just people scattered on the hillside and up and down the streets.
Johnny
That-
and Andrea were there last night.
Yeah.
And you were.
Mhm.
Did you meet up?
No,
Oh.
I didn't get a chance to, but he did a good job putting the video together.
Oh, good. I didn't know.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I didn't actually see the video yet
No, he did a good job.
because I don't have when I'm at work, I'm at work. So I don't really.
You have
do
to
a lot of-
concentrate on what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm also training another person. So.
Oh, I saw how you. Yeah.
You gotta
Okay.
be attentive.
Huh?
You got to be attentive.
Yes. Yeah. Because whenever one of them mess up, I get in trouble too.
Yeah.
So that's what being supervisor. That's what happens when you're supervisor.
Yeah.
They yell at me, and it's my job to yell at them. So the
Yeah,
people.
it rolls downhill.
Yeah. That's one of
Rochelle,
the main things. that-
You're gonna enjoy Wednesday's show, so don't worry about it. This is one of those typical Monday shows.
Yeah, we're trying to get our wheels underneath us.
It was a holiday weekend. Rochelle's going to be my guest on Wednesday. And so that's why she's like, "What did I get myself into? What am I what?
I like that, Susan.
Ah.
Burrows.
You should only have
That
one
makes sense.
fruit on a pizza, and you already got tomatoes, so no pineapple. Love it, Dennis. Nice. Susan Burrows. I love pineapple on pizza. Jackie Melton. Larry's in the house. I am in the garden. Larry Melton? Question mark, question mark, question mark. No matter what you call a tomato, they taste good on a hamburger that has no ham in it.
Yes, I agree.
Your media feed is freezing up now, and then I've noticed it's doing
Is
that.
the red turn into yellow?
Nope, I've been watching it, and it's fine on our end. It's probably just Facebook. A
No,
Facebook thing.
we're fine.
Did you guys see the title change?
Yeah, the other red meat. He says.
That's what I said. It's the other red meat.
That's hilarious. You all keep freezing. Well, I mean, it has to be on Facebook's end, not ours, because
No, because it's not freezing up on our side.
because I'm watching,
And
monitoring.
did you
the
start
screen.
that program that checks our upload speed?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't even know how to do that.
I would do that every time because
bright red up here, stream.
no,
Yeah.
I'm talking about the log.
There's a log
Remember
that
the log on the black computer on the browser,
this is.
and you open a new tab.
Is this a learning curve?
Could be.
Yeah, I had
Then
no
all
idea.
that far right, not the second one over, but the far right,
Yeah.
that one is the log.
I
Our,
logged in this morning.
nope, I watched you. You skipped it. So now you have two tabs open. That's on one tab, and that's keeping a log of our upload.
Right? So hit log in.
That way we have that to, if there is a problem with our upload.
We'll figure it out.
Well, and
So
you have
it'll-
something to take to some sort of arbitration about
Yeah.
about them not providing what we pay for.
Yeah. So, and I apologize, and everything is,
I don't know what happened.
dismiss. Did the stream end?
I don't know yet.
Wait for it.
This is live streaming, but does that
And go to
Yeah, there you go.
Emix.
No,
Are
it's
both
good.
of them
It's
up
on
red?
there. You got it.
There we go. Yeah. Switch to the other tab.
There you go. Hey,
Yeah.
we're back. Yay!
Red meat.
The other red meat.
Read what Dennis said, Matt.
Great. Now, tomatoes are fruit and meat and veggie. Is it an insect too?
Good going, Dennis.
It's closer to a strawberry than it is a potato.
You're live on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
And it will be rebroadcast on Daily Motion.
That must be from Jim.
And what do we got on deck?
Oh, that's funny.
Axe Fest
2
2021.
minutes.
Let's do it.
Axe Fest 2021.
Be there.
So, Johnny, you got a guest coming up today. Was it?
Yes, we've got a co-host Stephanie, but a guest online here with Sandra McDowell. She ran for Missouri governor last year.
Ran for Missouri governor.
State auditor prior to that.
Wow.
State office holder. She's a lawyer, an Air Force veteran, and a mom and a wife. All of the above.
She's busy.
She traveled to every county in the state last
Hey, you know,
Should-
I
does
think
God-
insect
does
is a
God
classification.
consider tomato a fruit?
Who?
The Lord God.
Well, I mean,
boy,
you know,
did you put
we'll
in
ask
a
him when
zinger.
we'll ask him when we get there. Is tomato a fruit or a vegetable?
That's the thing.
Jay and I will. I'll wait. If I go first, I'll wait till you get there, and then vice versa, so we can go and ask the Lord right then and there.
Yeah,
Like,
right
let's
together.
settle this once and for all. And he'll probably
He'll
say,
probably say yes.
Yes, exactly. Is it a fruit or a vegetable?
Yes.
Yes.
And then we'll be locked in this eternal
Eh,
battle.
I was just gonna say that you got to live with it for eternity.
Morning,
Yeah.
Becky Green. Becky Green. We're glad to see you here. Welcome to the
Becky,
partay.
Becky.
So we're
It was
talking
nice to
about.
see
Well, we were talking about
It was nice to see Becky
in person
yesterday.
versus social media.
Yeah.
Is social media considered like in person? Obviously, no. I mean, face to face. Now we were talking about there was a what was it like the Zoom calls?
Yeah.
That's technically face to face,
Sort of. Yeah, I think so.
but a bit more impersonal, I think.
Yeah, there's a plausible deniability. You can disconnect and say, "Oh, we got," you know. Whereas in person, somebody walks away from you, you know they walked away, that
Yeah.
they chose that was their
Right.
decision. And that's
Yeah.
what I think the difference really is between face to face and on the social media is that there's no real way of being an contributes to it what they may,
And it becomes a
yeah, and you have to negotiate through that. And if you're going to be a part of that social environment and thrive in it, you have to, learn and get to know the people there and interact with them based on who they are and share yourself in a way with them. I think it's a lot different that way, being in person than it is in and a person can, when something's really heavily on their mind, or how you have this question, this pressing question or idea for somebody, and you want to ask them if they're right there, if you're in that environment socially at work or say at some other place where you're kind of going to be there, it has a much more likelihood of coming up, and then not only coming up of it, but being discussed in a way that will bring you to an understanding instead of making a bunch of assumptions and writing somebody off, which I think happens more often than not when, in social media, where people
yeah.
aren't actually in proximity to each other where they can hash it out, and it's a more productive way of. Anyway, that's my opinion.
No, that's good.
It's
That's
a good. It's a great. I mean, it's an opinion, but it needed to be said. So, great job.
Get it out there.
Is that your cup or mine?
That says best dad ever, so it would be mine.
Ah, yeah. What are you implying?
Now we have a debate about that.
What are you implying?
I think
Just
more
saying it says best dad ever.
more importantly, for religious reasons and for spiritual reasons, I think the common belief and feeling in the tech community is that faith in a God, an almighty God, this powerful being, the creator or whatever, they believe that concept, that idea is like a virus.
Yeah.
It's a harmful thing. And so they're trying to carefully negotiate these platforms where everybody's really joining in, and that's where they're living their lives now. And they're trying to dictate what gets talked about and what doesn't, and then they go too strong. They come on too strong, and people start to look for other platforms. And so then they bait you back
Yeah.
by, showing, hey, look, we're allowing free speech and all that. And then you're back. And I think eventually what ends up happening is, because we found that we couldn't even access our own material while it was being broadcast live, and there was nothing consistent about that enough that we could determine what it was that caused it.
Right.
That sometimes we couldn't find ourselves while we were sitting here right in the same building, and it was odd. And maybe there's something that we're doing wrong with that, but I just feel like they've actually publicly stated they feel like it's a virus, and that it's harmful. And what do you do with the virus? You quarantine it. So if they can get us all on social media for our social interactions, and then they can
Control the
isolate
social
us
aspect.
without us knowing that we're being isolated. What does that do? It isolates what they feel is the virus. Then the people who believe are not actually socializing with real people. There's no chance for an actual meeting.
Yeah.
And they're waiting for a generation to pass where they wouldn't be able to determine they wouldn't be able to tell a difference. You wouldn't know the difference.
It's crazy. It's real crazy.
It
Yeah,
is.
I don't.
I miss the good old days whenever you got home, you picked up the phone and you called all your friends to see what they're up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you plan something, you leave a message with whoever's at the house to say, "Hey, tell them I'm at Jilly Bob's house, you know, doing whatever, like going camping or what have you." And then once you were out and about doing stuff, you were there. You were doing that. That was before cell phones even, or before cell phones became real popular. You know, you would have to wait till you got home to find out what your friends are up to.
And if you wanted to pass a note, forget about texting. There was no texting. It was like piece of paper, pencil.
I remember when I first saw texting, it was, first of all, it was really expensive too. It was like 10 cents per text or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember seeing that, like someone texting a lot and going, wow, who's going to do that? That seems really, really difficult compared to Captain's Log, you know?
Yeah.
like-
And voice to text was weird. It's like, what?
yeah. Yeah. Like
Yep.
he could say, "Hey, Google," and it'll bling, or I could say Bixby and it'll go bling,
I know.
you know?
That's weird.
So, and then you just ask it a question and it tells you the answer.
It either will give you the information or it'll talk to you and tell you the information, as well as, because I've had both where it's like they don't say anything. She doesn't say anything, but she'll give it to you, or she'll say that's what it is along with the definition. I've seen that happen or heard that happen.
Becky, the other red meat is tomato jerky. We're talking about tomatoes again. And Steve brought in this bold flavor vegan plant-based tomato jerky.
I thought I told you
Plant-based.
about that, Becky.
I mean,
but
if it's tomato jerky, wouldn't you say plant-based? Wouldn't it be considered plant-based?
yeah,
Suggested by plants.
Because we can agree that regardless of whether it's a fruit or vegetable, that it is a plant.
that's a really good indication right
Yeah.
there.
All right, so you're all caught up. Anyways, where were we at? What were we talking about? It's almost time for us to get out of here, isn't it? Social media. Is it really? It is a form of social. It is kind of social,
It is.
but I think it's not as healthy as person-to-person relationship.
That's true.
You know,
Gone are the days
because
of
you could text somebody. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's okay.
You could text somebody and have an argument with them all the live long day, and it's made worse for that because you can't tell inflections in the voice and things like that, looks, body language, what have you, on a text message. So if you have something important to say to somebody that there might be a rebuttal, text message is not the way to go.
You're exactly right on that. And I dealt with that. It's like, here's this big, long text message. You can read into it and you can't see their body language. You can only assume what they're saying. And what did that mean? What are you saying about that? You know?
Yeah.
And so you kind of go into this argument. It's like, why are you arguing? I didn't say it. Well, it certainly sounded or certainly typed that way.
And I think media's way of sensationalizing and getting the most views and likes is by showing the worst of everything. And I actually spoke to somebody last week who had a problem because of some show we talked about for a second, and how God didn't approve of that kind of thing. And he had this resentment and animosity. And I said, look, man, you know, social media portrays the worst of the worst.
Mhm.
They're telling you what us Christians are and what we're like. They're by showing you the worst of us, the ones who are not sympathetic and try to relate to you and try to counsel and coach you. You know, think about it. You know, you with this, and I named some things that he did in his life, and I said, how does the media portray that? And he instantly got the connection. Well, yeah, they describe me as a dirtbag who's gonna, you know, rob and steal them from them, and you know,
Right.
he understood instantly that the media was portraying him as the worst of the worst by showing the worst, and they were portraying us as the worst of the worst by showing the worst as well. And so we need to be careful of that, and that's something we don't get unless it's in person.
Mhm.
Yep. All right. Well, that music tells you that it's time for us to get out of here. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on the morning drive today. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Be sure and tune in next for the Morning Mount with Johnny Rooster, followed by the Bucket List with Dr. Paul and Nancy Collins. And so until then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
My name